Anything else? Oh no. Most people here in the tavern seem to be just random people. So, there's Greybor. Let's see what he has to say.
How can I help you?
It's voiced. That's nice. For you, since a dwarf, his stern, rugged features, looks to be well armed. He fills his pipe with tobacco from Garund, lights it, blows out a cloud of smoke. Finally, he addresses you in a deep, dignified voice. Who exactly are you?
Don't you remember our last meeting?
It's a nice voice.
The name is Greybor. I'm an assassin for hire. But I suspect you're not here for small talk. Are you in need of my services?
Let's do small talk. Still smoking his pipe, the dwarf offers you a cursory salute. We already met in Kenabres, didn't we?
Yes, I had a contract to assassinate a rather overconfident demon named Kylus there. I guess that counts as participation in the siege of Kenabres. Not that my employer had any interest in the actual outcome of the battle. Come to think of it, the information my client provided me with was almost suspiciously accurate. They seemed to be aware both of the impending attack on Kenabres and of the fact that Kylus was going to be there.
Makes me wonder who contracted him. Like another demon, I guess? Or was it a trap? Especially if he had gone there alone, I'm quite sure he would have died. You tried to kill that huge demon at the Wizard of Dresden, but you failed. What happened?
Yes, that was a failure. It was supposed to be a clean job. An anonymous client, a worthy target, a substantial fee. But the client insisted that I use an enchanted dagger they provided. I was assured that a single hit would be enough to finish the job, but it didn't work as expected. It was a serious blow to my reputation. And my reputation is everything to me.
The dwarf's face grows grim. I want to hire you for Dragon Hunt.
A large adult female? The one that's been snatching people and carrying them off? I've heard about her. That's an impressive target. I can take this job, but only if we do it soon. I'm expecting a new assignment from my regular client, and I'll have to leave as soon as I have the orders. And of course, you should know that this dragon will not come cheaply. 2,500 gold, paid in advance.
It's like a sixth of the money we got from the tavern keep. The dwarf's eyes light up, but his tone is one of studied indifference. So, I pay.
Excellent. Let's get down to business. It's no easy thing to take down a dragon when you don't have wings, so you'll need to follow my lead. The best thing would be to catch her by surprise in her lair, but we need to find it first. Of course, since she doesn't leave tracks, that might be tricky, but I think I have a solution. We need to go west of Dresden, to the Grimwood Forest. The dragon's been seen there often. According to the scouts, this is likely because there's still some wild game left in those parts. We'll set up an ambush there.
Seems to be quite seasoned, but I guess it's his job.
I hope I can rely on your honesty. I understand that on our way to the dragon, there may be other fights or places we need to visit for various reasons. That's to be expected. However, should I see that you are deliberately delaying the contract, or that you're dragging me off to assault some demon citadel instead of going after the dragon, we will have to revise the terms of our agreement.
Alright, another member for the party. What else do we have to do in the city? Because I think just randomly talking to our companions doesn't yield anything new. Like if you compare it with Regill. So I think guess just go on. Build the main stables in Dresden. Oh, we can build things too. Yeah, you see I've read everything really well regarding the rules of the Crusade. Anyway, I think that's something I will do in between. So before the next stream, I will have a look at all the rules and how it works. So yeah, you don't see me being confused and just reading stuff, and a bit more focus on the story. It's quite the cool, I don't know how to call it, emblem? Even though I'm still not the biggest fan of iomedae, but I think that's part of playing this character, that you're at odds with our very strong lawfulness. Yeah, Daeran is still with us. Much to his displeasure, I guess. Yeah, here we can, I think, build some stuff. Oh, that's quite large. And I should build some stables, but I can't choose stables here. Oh well. Ah, no. Dang it. Oh boy. How do I build new stuff? Why? No. Ah, on the right. Yeah, you see, that's why I want to look into things like that. In peace and quiet, cause I'm just behaving really stupidly. So, here we go. Ooh, a Pathfinder Society lodge. Look at that. Looks a bit like Hogwarts. And since we're at it, a watchtower. And I think that's everything we can afford, actually. What are we missing? Yeah. Ah, we're missing finance point. Those, no. What are those? Material points. Ah, since we have so much money, let's just buy them. And build everything here. So that it can be unleashed on the battlefield. Magic and glass vials, that's also nice. Yes. Ah, makes building cheaper. That's also cool. Barracks, mercenary guilds. Yeah, you see, I'm mainly just building stuff. Like, okay, that sounds nice. Good thing I'm not managing that crusade. Okay. Invest in a bag of holding? There are bag of holdings? I want one. But I think let's just go to the gates and leave. The big question is, should you take along? Kind of want to see what Greybor is like, so I think I will leave Regill behind for a small bit and take Greybor along. And we have quests here. Yeah, the issue regarding Arab of Orders. We did that. So let's go to the Commander's Court. I think that might be a really nice conclusion for today's stream. I hope it is. Maybe there's something quite horrible waiting for us, then I don't know. We see. As you approach the commotion As you approach the commotion at the top of the ridge dies down for a moment before soaring to new heights. That's him! Yes! Look at the butterflies! Hello? There's a dragon here too, you know. I'm way more interesting than a butterfly, and it was me who asked Logan Aldori to come here anyway. Who's a good little dragon? I was a good little dragon. You see old friends, the 3 Desnan adepts from Kenabres, standing at the head of the crowd. I have no idea how I voiced them, so we go with it. Logan Aldori, finally! We rushed here as soon as we heard what happened in Dresden. We brought friends too, except we've only just met some of them. Allow me to introduce them, Maîtresse Ola Devara, the illustrious exiled alchemists. Those formidable warriors there are halflings from the temple of Chaldira Zuzaristan, the goddess of battle and recklessness. This is the famous street artist Maestro Aventurine, a pseudonym of course, rare at the administrative building in Avesson that has escaped his brush. But here, in front, we have our mounted gnomish contingent, the cavalry sculptors. We've all come here to help you to fight the forces of the abyss. What a colorful and chaotic bunch. Nice. I like it. Where exactly was Maîtresse Ola exiled? Prejustice, that's why. The disheveled woman shakes her head in disdain. Her clothes looks as though they have been signed a dozen times over and dragged through various paints at least a dozen times more. For some reason, people are suspicious of alchemists who worship Cade and Kayla. They also consider my experience dangerous, which is utterly preposterous for one. Science comes at a price, after all. And besides, it wasn't I who caused that explosion back in Absalom and raised half a block. I mean, I wasn't there. Still, now that I'm surrounded by open-minded people, I'll be able to unleash my talents and show those demons that bombs can protect us as well as any prayers. I like her. She sounds crazy and fun. What are the goddess Chaldira and her worshippers famous for? A belligerent-looking halfling salutes you with a sword. Chaldira is the goddess of mischief, battle, luck, and a close friend of Desna, the Moon Mother. Chaldira is not the goddess of strategic planning, put it that way. As her worshippers, we charge headlong into battle, leading others into the fray, and we despise evil in all its forms. My friends and I have long wanted to support the crusade, but this is the first time we've seen a leader we are willing to follow. An artist on a crusade, a street artist to boot. Dusty galleries, and that's too similar to the voice of the lady, the alchemist. Dusty galleries and pompous patrons aren't quite my scene. As Maestro Avon's dignified response. Yeah, dignified. I only pay into places where everyone can see my work and appreciate its special meaning. I used to paint flowers and the sun on the walls of besieged forts to make the attacking armies realize they were destroying another's peace and joy. I once depicted the acts of iomedae in a painting in the middle of the Chalexian capital, not because I worship her, but rather to remind the people of Chaliax that this proud, tyrant-toppling goddess was born there. I don't yet know what I will create here in the Worldwound, but I feel I must play some part in the salvation of this land. What exactly are cavalry sculptors? Exactly! One of the gnomes sitting in the saddle grins happily, looking from head to toe a brigand. The cavalry sculptors are an ancient and revered gnomish society. In certain circles, that is. Our only rivals are the pikemen confectioners. Oh gosh. But they don't have a noble legend that tells them of creation of their society, unlike us. According to this legend, a brave gnome knight once participated in a battle that lasted many days. He had to ride into battle down one and the same path, past one and the same boulder. Soon he was fed up with it. He started to chip off a piece of the boulder each time he rode past it, eventually carving it into a giant apple. The little game turned out to be so captivating that soon the knight's entire squad began to do the same. And then the enemy joined in too. It goes without saying that they all were gnomes. And the war soon ended, but before it did, they had carved all kinds of fruit and vegetables from a dozen boulders and a couple of rocks. All were mounted too, and that's how our noble society was born. So, are you all going to join my army? Of course not, Veronica replies, clearly speaking for everyone. We didn't come here to march around in neat little rows like all the crusaders who've come before us. We're here to answer to the call of our hearts, and we're going to help you in every way we can. We will do all something for our cause, but we are free spirits. We take orders from no one, and we certainly do not join in other people's war games. Army discipline and the grey walls of Dresden do not stir our hearts, Logan Aldori. Yet I know that you are the wind of change we've been waiting for. In Kenabres, I witness your kindness, bravery, and tenacity. I'll follow you straight into hellfire, all of us, but we will each treat our own path. So, now, what am I going to do with you? I know what you need to do. Knight them! Ivor whispers loudly. Or whispers. She continues, a little embarrassed as Aranka and the others look at her in surprise. I mean, I've been told many stories about Golarion, and that's what happens in them. Logan Aldori is the knight commander, right? That means he can knight all. Ordinary knights are a bit boring, but I know Logan Aldori will make your oath really exciting. I like the sound of that. We'll be the, Free Crusaders. What do you think, Logan Aldori? Just make up an oath for us so we can be knighted, and then we'll start our own campaign against the demons, and they will tremble before us. We can either let our eloquence flow forth, or sing the Song of Elysium. I don't know. Let's use the song. I think that sounds nicer. Right? Yeah. Logan goes and sings the Song of Elysium. Aranka the Bard joins in the song, her voice strong and clear. The rest begins to sing along. And then... and I was dancing to it. I think I dropped something. Hooray, hooray! What's happening? Aww. Oh, and completely vanished. Oh wow! What was that? Where did it come from? I bet a jar of strawberry jam. It came straight from Elysium. I mean, I don't have any strawberry jam, but still. The big grown-up dragons in my family can transform their environment like this. But how did you do it? Thor, the wallflower, scratches the bridge of his nose, clearly anxious. We've seen something like this happen before. Logan Aldori, it was back in Kenabres in the temple where we all gathered together. A glowing aura enveloped you, and we heard the music that wasn't actually there. Just the same this time. Wondrous power dwells within you, and is growing. And this music is really nice. What are you going to do now? We set up camp here. Our learned friends will without this Garden of Elysium and study it. The artists among us will start working on their art. I'll help the Chaldean halfling prepare to launch raids against the demons. The cavalry sculptors, I have no idea what they'll do, but I hope they'll keep themselves busy somehow. Drop by in a couple of weeks, will you? We have settled in by then, and we may even have something else to show you. But it's a secret for now. I wonder what that's going to be. You forgot the most important part. Honestly, what would you all do without a smart little dragon like me around? Azatas have courts. The Court of Silent Laughter, for example, or the Court of the Flaming Storm. They always have such pretty names. People come to the court freely, and then stay because they like it there, and have some affinity with it. That's why Logan Aldori has to give this place a name. It's his court, after all. We call it the Court of Dreams, honoring Desna. And let's write it correctly. Nice. Look around. Especially for somewhere in the Worldwound. Looks so alive and healthy and nice.
We're here all week.
So, unfortunately, I think we have to leave. I think there's not much to do. Let's see what our crusade is up to. Ooh, we have 2 paladins. I mean, 2 is nothing. Here we have archers and footmen. Let's try to merge them. Like that. And let's see if we can recruit anyone. Clerics, more archers. And I think we're going to be broke. Ah, and we can't recruit. It's already part of an army staying here. So, like that. Kinda seems like you should use multiple armies, which could be... Why can't I recruit them? Weird. Try it like that. Why doesn't... I'm very confused. Why can't I recruit them? Okay, I can recruit one. Okay, I think it's kind of bugged. I have to manually select how many. I don't know. Anyway, let's fight some more crusading battles. Or let them flee. A gang of cutthroats who sold their conscience for demon gold has been destroyed. Their chief, a battle-hardened, scar-ridden mercenary, Lann, with valuable artifacts, is hanging in the noose. The trophies he received for murder will come in useful for the Crusaders. Braces of heavy hand. Them. Okay, let them flee too. Defeating the horde of flying monsters swooping from the sky, many Crusaders got thinking that the battle tactics they know are not always suited to demon confrontation. With every new battle, the army gains invaluable experience, and soldiers are eager to learn, for their own lives depend on it. And with that we get to level up. A new spell. And I think I'm going to take Fireball since it's my absolute favorite spell. Even though like haste and slow sounds nice. No. We take Fireball. And we can also level up Greybor. Defense study. Use a perception or knowledge to better defend yourself. Your study target ability gives you a bonus to AC. Oh, nice. And 2 weapon fighting. Rupture restraints. And let's just have a look at who he is. He is a Slayer. That's a class exclusive to Pathfinder. Oh, well, there are many role-playing systems. Probably not exclusive, but it's not in D&D. Skilled at tracking down targets, Slayers are consummate hunters, living for the chase and the deadly stroke that brings it too close. Slayers spend most of their time honing their weapon skills, studying the habits and anatomy of foes, and practicing combat maneuvers. He's true neutral. And fighting with with a Dwarven War Axe and a Hand Axe. So different weapons, even though they look very similar. I mean, they're both axes. Yeah, and we have so many options where to go next. So many quests, so much to explore.